Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Mighty Med. This is a Disney XD series. Ran from 2013 to 2015. Oh no, well, here it says 2013-14. It's two seasons. It's about 48 episodes. It fits into the sort of a universe, I think, of characters like lab rats, elite force, and things like that. The shows we've seen already. Um, because there's a character in this, Skylar Storm, who's a superhero who's suddenly lost her powers, and I recognized her because we've seen lab rats before, or elite force, or whatever this stuff was, and I checked it out, and yep, yeah, it's all they're all part of the same universe here. So basically what this is, it's a story of two basically 13, 14-year-old guys who accidentally stumble upon a superhero hospital. So whenever superheroes who they didn't realize were real until this moment for some reason, because I would think that battles and stuff would be fairly public. Um, they're big comic book nerds and everything else, but so they know everything about the heroes. But suddenly they stumble upon this hospital and they get caught up in this world where they realize the heroes can get hurt and they have to be fixed up. And yeah, so it's a comedy. it's it's one of their half hour goofy sound laugh track type of comedies. So kind of know what you're in for with that kind of thing. Stars Bradley Stephen. He has three names: Perry, Bradley Stephen Perry, and Jake Short as the two main leads. The girl who's superhero, she plays Skylar Storm. If you know what I'm talking about with the other series, her name is Paris Barrelk. Barrelk, she's crazy pretty. Um, they have of course they have a rival in the hospital where it's a kid who has powers, but he's kind of a whiny little jerk who doesn't like the fact that normies are in the hospital and getting in the way. He makes him feel less special. The head doctor is played by Carlos Lacamera. He plays Dr. Horace Diaz, and he's just sort of really over the top. He's he has this thing, this bit where he's like, "Did we just change clothes just now?" And like, you don't notice anything. The characters don't know anything, and he just whips out a picture that he took of them with swapped clothes. Now, this is unsettling. I realize it's a joke. Yes, can't take it too seriously, but it's he does this repeatedly throughout the two episodes I watched. It's like, did we just give you guys new scrubs? No. How about now? And like, so at some point he undressed the boys, the teenage boys, put them in different clothing, or dressed himself in their clothing, and them in his, and then switched it back really fast. Hey, this is this is a comedy bit. Uh, it's funny until you realize everything that goes into it. But there's a lot of there's a half decent a number of good one-liners, some that you can see from a mile away. Um, the struggle here is that they have the problem that a lot of superheroes have, and they got to keep the secret of the hospital that they work at a hospital. And this whole thing, once they discovered it, um, they have a special science project with one girl at school and this nerdy kid that she does not like hanging around, and so they have to blow off the science experiment in order to help their favorite superhero, Tectonic or whatever, save his life because he has a stop sign jammed through his chest. They can't figure out why he's not healing because he heals from everything. And yeah, so the main set that they always return to is a comic book shop. So a lot of the antics I imagine are going to happen there, and it's run by Randy and James Sklar. If you know comedy, you know these guys. They're twin brothers. Jason Sklar, and Randy. Randy, yeah, Randy. Good grief. I know the Sklar name. They've been if you've seen comedy, more adult comedy, their names have been around forever, and yeah, it's weird to see them as twin brother proprietors of a comic shop. Although I think they are comic book geeks. They are pretty nerdy. I've seen them at Comic Con a number of times, just for the heck of it. I think, um, but they have a secret themselves, which I won't spoil for you if you decide to pick this up. Yeah, it's not the kind of thing that I'm going to watch many more episodes of. It's meant for kids that are 10, 11, 12, and want to have that weird. Not it's not weird. It's not weird at all. I can't say that. I should not say that. It's not weird. It's having that fantasy of either being a superhero or being in proximity to superheroes and being relevant in those adventures, you know. And in this case, they get to help and heal and fix while being quippy and telling jokes and overcoming any shortcomings they think they might have. The one kid's a complete screw up for the most part, and the other kid's a little bit more competent, and the other screw up kid keeps getting them into trouble and keeps making things worse. But in the end, they all come together and things work out, and yeah, the day is saved. There's lots of sort of commentary on superheroes, and so it's very aware of itself in the sense that yeah, they have to make up a lot of superhero names for this that don't already exist, that are not already copyrighted by Marvel and DC and every independent comic book creator that's already out there. So that's a tough job in itself. But then they also, in a sense, spoof a Superman type character, or I imagine we're going to see other versions of existing heroes throughout this, and see bits of commentary in a humorous way on those types of heroes, and especially with the requirement of having Skylar in this series over and over again. One boy has a crush on her. She doesn't have her powers anymore. She used to have 24 powers for some reason, and now she doesn't have any, or she has very few, and they're going to work to help get her powers back. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Like I said, it's not for me. It's I mean, I love comic books and I love superheroes and everything else, but the target audience isn't really for me. So yeah, but if you got a 11, 12 year old who likes superheroes, or even younger, they would get a kick out of this. It's nice, it's funny, it's if you don't mind the laugh track, which usually annoys the heck out of me. But let's pick tomorrow's episode.
173.
All right. Let's see. 173. Oh. I feel like we've seen this one too, but I don't think we have. There's a number of things. This is one of those documentaries. I don't know if it's a series or just a single episode, but we're going to watch Expedition Mars, Spirit and Opportunity. Expedition Mars, Spirit and Opportunity on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. We're going to go to space. See you back here tomorrow and we'll launch.